go. Part whatever. Maybe it's 4, maybe it's 3. Anyway, it's got to do with me celebrating each Dead Kennedys record, and we are now 2. And there's one more after this, but we're now 2. This one. And it is Give Me Convenience or Give Me Death. And this was the well, it was the album of songs that you didn't get on the albums. Alright, and this is an original one. This is one that skips. And when I ordered this thing, they sent it to me, and it had a skip on Too Drunk to Fuck. In fact, it had 2 skips that were really, really irritating because they were forward skips, not repetitive skips. I can take a repetitive skip, but a forward one makes you lose part of the song. Anyway, so I sent it back, and they sent me another one, and that one skipped too, so I just kept it. Anyway, this baby's got all the 7-inch hits, and it's got that song that they sang at some award show in San Francisco where Eddie Money was in the crowd, and he was the only one that thought it was good when the Dead Kennedys got up there, sang a song about, just about bands like the Knack and bands like that, and how they weren't, I don't know, any good, or they weren't for real. Anyway, that song was called Pull My Strings. So anyway, I'm sure anybody watching this channel knows all about this great Dead Kennedys record. Here's the little flexi disc that came with it, with the Portland, Oregon rant about the telephone booth and the big truck and throwing the rocks and the cops showing up. And also on this thing is Buzz Bomb from Pasadena, which is a different version of the song Buzz Bomb from, excuse me, Plastic Surgery Disasters. And here is the record. And it was number 57 on Alternative Tentacles. But wait, there's more. Here's the book that came with it. Wow, I've had this baby forever. Since I was young. And it's got all kinds of things in it to illustrate the feeling behind each song on the album. Alright, and here was a thing that came with it, and it was an advertisement for all the stuff that Alternative Tentacles Records had to offer at that time. And I've got a lot of these records. Let's open this thing up, because they're advertising more records and t-shirts too. Wish I could go back in time and get some of these t-shirts that they're selling, but I don't think they sold them in 2XL. They were just XL, but I'd have bought them anyway. Anyway, this thing's full of great records that you can't get anymore unless you pay someone who wants to overcharge for what a product really is worth. They kind of let their imaginations get the best of them. And here is a Dead Kennedys comic book from Hard Rock Comics. And yeah, it's just a comic book about the Dead Kennedys, Frankenchrist police raid. This thing's easy to find. Something like this, not easy to find. Anyway, now let's get to another version of the same album. Put that there. And there it is. And this one's on Let Them Eat Vinyl. And it opens up for some lyrics coming at you. And there are no goodies in this thing. Although, When I sent back the very first Gimme Convenience or Gimme Death because of the skips, I forgot, and really I did forget to put the flexi with it in the mailer, and that's how I have two flexis from the original. So each copy gets a flexi, even though this copy has the flexi songs on it. And this one doesn't have any goodies that come with it. That one was loaded. So I suggest trying to find the original if you don't have this. But the new one looks like this. It's very Halloweenish. And I'll have one last thing to show, celebrating the Dead Kennedys Gimme Convenience or Gimme Death. There, stay there. Put all this away. One last look at an original copy, which back in 1988 was, and even 1989 was not a big deal. They all were original copies back then. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, this literature is not staying put. All right, anyway, and here we go. And this is from a record store wall that I used to go to in Las Vegas, Nevada. And the guy at Underground Records gave me this thing because I wouldn't stop pestering him for it. And this is the poster that advertised the new album for you to buy. All right. Next video is going to be a bunch of Jello Biafra stuff.